Coming up next, it is a UFC welterweight championship showdown between the Nigerian nightmare Kamaru Usman and Leon Edwards. All right, so here he is, the #1 welterweight contender, getting set to challenge for the UFC's 170-pound title. Took a long winning streak in many years for him to realize this opportunity. He is not taking it lightly. He has said all here during fight week he's appreciative of this opportunity, but he is confident he is going to maximize it and leave as not just a contender, but a UFC champion. The reigning, defending, undisputed UFC welterweight champion in a division full of killers. He has remained the hunted at 170 pounds. Now, unquestionably staring at his toughest challenger to date. Can he go back home as the champion? If he can, another chapter to one of the greatest welterweight legacies the Octagon has ever seen. Our tale of the tape for this welterweight championship fight. More than 5 years apart, and they both possess the same height and a similar reach. We send it inside the Octagon. The veteran voice is Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the main event of the evening. And when the action begins, our referee in charge of the Octagon, Dan Mergliata. And now, this is the moment UFC fans around the world have been waiting for. Live from the sold-out Toyota Center in Houston, Texas. It's time! 5 rounds for the undisputed UFC welterweight championship of the world. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner. This man is a kickboxer, holding a professional record of 19 wins, 3 losses, and 1 no contest. He stands 6 feet tall, weighing in at 170 pounds. Presenting the challenger, Leon Rocky Edwards. And now introducing the champion, fighting out of the red corner. This man is a wrestler, holding a professional record of 20 wins, 1 loss. He stands 6 feet tall, weighing in at 170 pounds. Fighting out of Boca Raton, Florida. Ladies and gentlemen, presenting the reigning, defending UFC welterweight champion of the world, Kamaru, the Nigerian nightmare, Usman.
All right, this is for the UFC Championship. I want you to obey my commands at all times, protect yourself at all times. I want a nice, clean, safe fight. Touch gloves, back your corners, come out fighting.
They touch gloves and we are underway.
You ready? You ready?
All right, so here we go with round 1, and when you have what looks like a classic matchup of striker versus grappler, it doesn't always play out that way, but given what these fighters said to us on Thursday, the game plan seemed pretty good.
They're very clear game plans, but which one of them is able to implement the game plan most effectively? The grappler will try to get forward, get close, try to secure takedowns. He's even willing to pull guard to make sure that he is in the grappling situations. The striker needs to stay at space. The striker needs to maintain distance and fight behind that beautiful jab he possesses.
good movement by him here on the ground. He really is a master of these transitions.
He is a master of movement on the ground. You never know where he's gonna be.
All right, so you gotta be careful playing on the ground with this guy. You don't wanna mess around for too long. Oh, really nice work to keep busy off of his back as he lands some more offense here from Bob. All right, side control now, DC. You know he's in his element on the ground. A lot of tricks up his sleeve.
A lot of tricks.
Usman's able to make a nice transition there back into side control. All right, north-south position now. We'll see how he chooses to proceed. Back to the stand-up now, both fighters upright.
I mean, he's cutting them down to size with these beautiful leg kicks.
Again, going back to the jab, just catches the kick there and beautifully counters with the takedown. So a nice job turning that defense into some immediate offense.
He did a great job of turning his defense into his offense, but you can see that he's done that time and time again. He drilled that exact action, and it worked in this instance.
Usman gets inside his hook now.
He turned his entire body into that uppercut, and it landed exactly as he was hoping for.
Trying to stay in this fight. Knee to the body.
Look at him yank the head and land that beautiful punch in the clinch.
And potentially a critical takedown here. Oh, nice job using his strength there to posture up. We'll see what he can do now.
He's gonna start looking to land big shots from the top.
Well, anytime you are in a ground fighting situation with this fighter, you're potentially playing with fire. Well, working pretty effectively from the top here. Nice ground and pound by Kamaru Usman. Oh, his opponent squirming like a fish out of water now. The ground and pound is on point. This could very well be the beginning of the end.
This could be the beginning of the end. We've seen some really good ground and pound fighters. This young man is as good as any we've ever seen.
Oh, man, this ground and pound is good. Probably my favorite striking realm in MMA, and he's as good as it gets.
The problem is his opponent is not controlling his posture. He's allowing his opponent to get up, and when he does, he creates this space to land these beautiful ground and pound combinations.
All right, there's the end of the round, so it was a huge strike to the head that stunned his opponent and nearly got him out of there.
Yeah, that was a big moment. A big strike lands, his opponent's on wobbly legs. That is exactly what you want to see as you're walking back to your stool. Your opponent staggering back to his corner and being hopeful that he can get it back together before the start of the next round.
Round two now. Kamaru Usman versus Leon Edwards.
Beautiful fun.
A lot of power on display from Kamaru Usman as he lands yet again there.
Kamaru Usman showed in the Colby Covington fight, not only is he the best welterweight in the world, he may just be the toughest welterweight in the world because he went through the fire in order to retain that title.
Well, he's been pretty accurate tonight. He's landed some significant strikes, but his corner's looking for him to mix it up a little bit more and just throw more volume.
Because they don't see too much of a threat. This guy has to have confidence in knowing that when he extends his combinations, he's still safe, but he's also going to be able to land. He's got to be finding that confidence in his mind that all the reps in the training room are going to pay off.
So 44 total strikes have landed for Kamaru Usman. And a pretty good clip tonight, DC, landing with 64% accuracy against Leon Edwards. Battling for hooks. All right, he engages in a single collar tie here. Right there, the seminal blow of the fight.
I mean, it was perfect. It was absolutely perfect, John. Great placement on that uppercut.
Oh, he might be out. Unable to land with that punch. Throws the right hand there. Well, his corner was pretty urgent after round one. A little bit lackluster there in that opening round. He has certainly picked up the pace here, and as a result, he has taken control of this second round.
Left hand punch with the clinch.
Blocks the shot.
Look at how he turns his hip into that leg kick.
That is a hard left hand that lands for Leon Edwards, and as usual, letting his fighting do the talking tonight.
Letting his fight do the talking, and it's all business. He's a businessman. He's here to win, go back to England and do his thing with his family. He's not going to be...
Shoot him, bro! Let's see if he can capitalize and lock up a sub.
You got to try to find whether or not you're going to land ground and pound here or if you're going to go to submission.
All right, well, both fighters pretty comfortable on the ground, DC, but you got to be very careful hanging out here for too long if you're his opponent.
Right now, it looks like he may be trying to set up an arm triangle choke. He needs to secure the left arm, push it across, and secure it with his head. Watch triangle, watch triangle. He needs to push the arm to the side, get his head against the back. Now,
Nicely done. All right, he's very comfortable fighting off this back, DC. Now looks like he's trying to hip escape.
Yeah, he's trying to hip escape or maybe look for a Kimura here.
All right, so inside the open guard of his opponent. You got to be careful playing around for too long here on the ground with this guy. Man, this is some serious ground and pound. He's trying to put this dude's head, like, through the canvas.
he's one of the better ground and pound fighters we have in the entire UFC, and you're seeing why.
All right, so there's the end of the round. He stayed committed to doing damage upstairs and landed a seminal blow in that round.
It was accumulation of those strikes. He kept hitting him over and over to the head. Eventually, he found the one that really did damage his opponent.
Good round. You almost got it. They got out of it. This time they won't.
You ready? You ready?
Here we go, third round of this championship fight. Oh, he lands another strike to the body here, really starting to connect on a lot of strikes to the midsection here in the latter stages of this fight.
That was an amazing takedown.
Edwards' lower jaw does not look good. I don't think it's broken, but starting to show some obvious signs of swelling. Strong bottom work here, staying busy. All right, so good ground and pound by him here, certainly staying busy, and not just busy, but effective.
You can just throw punches to keep the referee off you. This guy is throwing punches to be effective, to throw damaging strikes. He's doing a fantastic job.
Well, he continues to manhandle him here on the ground. Well, there are few things more fun to watch in mixed martial arts than these type of transitions and scrambles on the ground.
High-level grappling can really be entertaining.
All right, so he postures up here and now figures to rain down some ground strikes.
Yeah, the ground and pound will be aplenty from this position.
Well, he's staying pretty effective here, fighting off of his back. Nice strike landed there by the bottom by Edwards. All right, half guard now. Not a fighter you want in half guard against you. For the bottom fighter, what does he need to do?
He needs to secure his underhook. He's got to be fighting for underhook. One of the most key things you can do as a bottom fighter stuck in half guard is try to frame. You frame and push your opponent.
Oh, now trying to isolate an arm, DC.
He needs to move his hips back to cover. He cannot allow him on that angle.
An attacking armbar.
Oh, he picks him up and slams him down.
Big explosive slam to lift him and slam him out of that armbar. Go right into side control. Now let's see what he does, right?
Sometimes when you do that, the choke or the submission can get tighter, but he was able to evade it there.
Yes.
Well, you see all the grappling repetitions here. Just beautiful movement, seamless transitions on the ground.
Over and over, these guys are doing things that you see in every jiu-jitsu gym around the country.
Well, you know, I don't like the gi very much, but I have an appreciation and a healthy one for these type of transitions.
You can tell he's been in a gi at some point in his life with the way that he moves so freely.
I'm skipping jiu-jitsu next week, too. Well, the ground and pound is there once again. Strong work here by Usman.
He's putting him in exactly the positions he needs to be in right now. He's able to relax here. And he understands, being a veteran of so many fights, that as long as he's on top, he's winning. He feels like he's winning here.
Well, not ideal to spend this much time on the bottom, but you can't fault him for his activity. Landing strikes here from the bottom. Nice work by Edwards. Oh, he's got the ground and pound going now.
Start protecting yourself.
All right, nice job there by the corner after that previous round as our next round gets underway, and their fighter is undeterred. He was close on the submission in the previous round. He's going to get right back to it.
He's like a dog on a bone. He's going to continue to attack, until he eventually gets what he wants. Big punch lands through the middle.
Edwards' lower jaw is just nasty at this point. Really swollen in that area now. Man, he is so sound defensively. Nice job to raise the guard there.
It's the relaxation that allows him to see things coming and block most of the strikes that are coming at him.
Trying to double up on that jab.
Look at the turnover in that kick.
Yet again, they will clinch here. Oh, the master of the transition. Nice scramble.
Great punch landing with so much power.
All right, he closes the distance, gets the single collar tie. Ooh!
He's back in the clinch. How does he proceed from here?
Stuffs the takedown, no problem. Taken down by Usman. Oh, we're getting a finish here.
Now he's okay. Now he can escape.
Oh, nice work from the bottom. Tags him with the punch. I love watching this guy move on the ground. Another nice transition there.
Such a high-level grappler. You don't see that very often.
That kick blocked by Usman.
Massive elbow lands from the clinch.
Well, you've got to admire the urgency here. He is trying to keep the judges out of it, lighten up his opponent left and right. Oh, pretty good entry here.
He's gonna try to take him down. There you go.
Oh, massive slam. That'll change the complexion of this one. All right, so you got to be careful playing on the ground with this guy. You don't want to mess around for too long. All right, working inside the now open guard of his opponent. Uh-oh.
Throwing up a triangle. The guy on his back is very good at submissions, and if he's not careful here, he's going to get stuck, and he will have to submit. Now look at him jumping in to try to get the finish.
Solid strike on the ground. 30 seconds now to go in the round. Outstanding ground and pound here. Somewhat of a lost art in MMA, at least in terms of making sure that every strike counts. Not an issue for him.
He's making every single one of them count. He is not pity-patting. He's not touching. Every punch that lands, he wants you to feel it.
Buzzer sounds for the end of round 4. All right, let's get you some pictures from that previous round, DC. A lot of good work with the ground and pound strike.
Yeah, he was able to control posture, get himself postured up, land big ground and pound as he ended the round. What a great finish to a fantastic round.
Hey, have a seat, have a seat. Hey, continue doing what you're doing. That single leg is there, the double.
All right, DC, here we go with our next round. And how about the ground and pound skills in the previous round? His opponent better make some adjustments or Mom's not going to recognize him.
You're funny. He's got no action to change this because this guy on top is so good with his pressure. He's not even controlling your body with his hands. And that's the detail that everybody's missing. He's sitting in that half guard, and his bottom half is secured his opponent. So his top half is moving. It's adjusting. He's posting. Whoa! He's in trouble. He's hurt bad. Oh! Oh!
Usman gets hit by that leg kick. Head kick is blocked.
Look at the whip action that comes from him throwing that kick.
Oh, and he gets the takedown here. We'll see what he can do with it. Under 3 minutes now to go in this one. bottom fighter trying to control posture, unable to do so.
And now he's in a lot of danger. He's got to grab that head or he's going to get blasted.
Good movement by him here, transitioning very well on the ground tonight.
Step for step, he's staying with his opponent in every transition.
I mean, how many can he take? Working off of his back here. Looks like he may try to hip escape. Edwards has got a pretty deep bruise now starting to appear on the right side of his body. His opponent has done a lot of work in that region tonight. Might be a submission attempt here, champ.
I mean, you cannot sit in a full guard. When you sit the full guard, you give these guys so many opportunities.
Edwards has got his hand looking for a guillotine choke. Postured up there, and he's out. There's back to the tosses. He takes him down. Now we'll see what he can do.
Right into side control.
45 seconds remain in the round. Well, hard to win fights in mixed martial arts from the bottom, but nice work here in that position by Edwards. Beautiful movement, hip work on the ground here, just outstanding with the transitions.
He is not staying in one place on the ground, and that's very important.
Side control now. Useful strike there. The ground and pound on point tonight. All right, so an epic 25-minute championship fight here tonight, and it seems like the incumbent has done enough to retain his title.
They say every time you're fighting, when you're the champion, you get the biggest, baddest guy in the entire world. So, of course, it's going to be close. But I believe the champ did just enough to retain his title.
All right, it looks like the official decision is in. Yes, here's Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 5 rounds, we go to the judges' scorecards for a decision. All 3 judges score this contest 50-45. For the winner by unanimous decision, and still the undisputed UFC welterweight champion of the world, Kamaru, the Nigerian Nightmare, Usman.
All right, so he came in the best welterweight in the world. Nothing changes tonight. Congratulations to the still UFC welterweight champ.
He understands that he is the best fighter in the world at 170 pounds, and he proved that tonight.